Friends, do you know how the biggest and most dangerous weapons in the world are transported from one place to another? These weapons are not normal guns or tanks. They are nuclear bombs, giant missiles, and hypersonic warheads. They are so powerful that one of them can destroy an entire city in a few seconds. Moving them from one place to another is not like moving a suitcase or a box. It is one of the most secret, most dangerous, and most carefully planned operations in the world. Let me tell you a story that most people will never hear. This is the hidden world of how the biggest weapons are transported. It all started during the Cold War. The United States and the Soviet Union were making more and more powerful nuclear weapons. Some of these bombs were larger than trucks and heavier than tanks. They had to figure out how to move them across thousands of kilometers without anyone knowing. That was the beginning of a secret system that still exists today. In Russia, there is a vehicle called the RT-2PM Topol. It looks like a very long truck with 16 huge wheels. It is about 22 meters long and weighs more than 100 tons. But inside, this truck is a missile that can fly over 10,000 kilometers and carry a nuclear warhead strong enough to destroy several cities. This truck is designed to move through deep forests, off-road terrain, and even icy roads in the winter. It is followed by escort vehicles and sometimes helicopters. Satellites monitor the area above it. Electronic jammers move with it to block GPS and any radio signals. No one, not even nearby soldiers, knows if the truck is carrying a real missile or just a test one. In the United States, things are just as secret. During the Cold War, the US used trains to move nuclear weapons. These trains looked normal on the outside, like regular cargo trains, but inside were nuclear missiles protected by armored walls, shockproof floors, and special cooling systems. Soldiers traveled with the train. They lived inside, monitoring everything 24 hours a day. There was a project called the Peacekeeper Rail Garrison. It was meant to keep missiles always moving so that no enemy could target them. Even though this project was later cancelled, many experts believe that secret trains like these are still in use, moving across empty lands at night with no lights and no identification. Now, imagine something even more secret. Under the ocean, far from land, silent and invisible to most radar systems, are submarines. These submarines are not just for defense. They carry dozens of nuclear missiles. One American submarine, called the Trident II, can carry 24 missiles at once. Each of those missiles can reach another continent. These submarines are like underwater cities. The submarines then vanish into the ocean, and no one knows where they are. Countries like China, the UK, and France also have nuclear submarines. The warheads for these submarines are brought to ports in secret trucks. These trucks are often disguised to look like regular delivery vehicles. Sometimes they even use boats that look like fishing vessels to move the weapons across short water distances. Another way weapons are moved is through the air. Giant military planes like the C-17 Globemaster in the US or the IL-76 in Russia carry nuclear bombs. These planes are massive and very strong, but transporting a nuclear bomb in the air is risky. What if the plane crashes? That's why the bomb is sealed in special containers that are fireproof, shockproof, and waterproof. Even if the plane crashes, the bomb won't explode. Fighter jets fly with the transport plane to protect it. The route of the plane is changed at the last minute. It avoids radar and never follows the same path twice. Only a few people know about the flight, and they use coded signals to talk. No internet, no GPS, just radio messages with encryption. Some countries have gone even further. China has built a secret tunnel network known as the Underground Grey Wall. This tunnel system is thousands of kilometers long and can hide thousands of nuclear warheads and vehicles. Inside these tunnels, trucks and trains move without anyone ever seeing them. The entrances are hidden behind fake hills, buildings, or mountains. There are security systems with fingerprint scanners, facial recognition, and blast doors. No one gets in or out without permission. Russia also has similar underground systems near Moscow. Some believe these tunnels were built decades ago and updated with modern technology. To make sure no one notices these transports, countries use clever disguises. A truck carrying a nuclear bomb might look like it's delivering fruit or ice cream. The truck has no logo, no license plate, and takes random routes. Sometimes it stops in small towns to confuse anyone tracking it. In some cases, countries have used ambulances and funeral cars to hide their movements. North Korea has used these tricks more than once. Of course, all of this secrecy needs protection. So countries use satellites to watch the world from space. Drones fly above cities and roads. Artificial intelligence helps plan the safest routes. If a satellite sees something strange, it sends a signal back to a control room within seconds. But the people moving the weapons know how to avoid detection. They sometimes travel during solar storms, when satellite images are blurry. They use technology to block radio signals and GPS. Some systems are completely disconnected from the internet. These are called air-gapped systems, which means they can't be hacked or spied on. All communication is done with hand-delivered messages or radio codes.
But even with all this care, mistakes have happened. In 2007, a US Air Force plane flew across the country carrying a real nuclear warhead by accident. The crew didn't even know it was live. When they landed and opened the cargo, the truth shocked the entire base. There have also been truck crashes in Russia during the winter. In India, a submarine caught fire while a nuclear weapon was nearby. Most of these accidents are hidden from the public to avoid panic. The question is, why is all of this so secret? The answer is simple. If something goes wrong during transport, it could cause a war. Terrorist groups could try to steal the weapon, the public could panic, and enemies could track the movements to plan an attack. Every time a nuclear weapon moves, it's like carrying a small star, filled with heat, power, and danger. Even now, as you read this, there may be a truck somewhere in a desert or a forest carrying something very powerful, or a plane flying in the night sky, or a train passing silently through the mountains, or a submarine moving deep under the sea. No one knows. No one will ever know. In the future, this transport may become even more secret. Some experts believe that AI-driven trucks with no drivers will move weapons. Hypersonic drones might deliver warheads. Camouflage systems might make trucks invisible to cameras. Lasers and holograms could hide real movements behind fake ones. This world is hidden from the eyes of normal people. But it is real. Powerful countries spend billions of dollars every year to protect, move, and hide their biggest weapons. They do it in silence, in darkness, and with careful planning. Because even one mistake can change the course of history. So friends, next time you see a military truck with no logo, or a large plane flying low, or a ship without any flag, remember this story. You might be seeing something far more powerful than anyone can imagine. A weapon that can change the world in seconds. Silently moving past you, with no sound, no warning, and no trace.